Hello, guys. Today we are going to talk about Quant Network and its token QNT. As you can see, it's trading around $208, and the fully diluted market cap is over $3 billion. And you can see the current market cap is also $2.5 billion, over $2.5 billion. So I'm going to talk about the fundamentals about QNT and why I think it's just hyped project and didn't deliver anything, because I've been following this project for a long time. I've written some articles on it. Today I'm going to show it. I saw today an article on CoinDesk about Quant Network, and it's mostly talking about price rather than about fundamentals. And it has a tweet where somebody is saying that Quant Network actually created some token management solution for interoperability of blockchains. So this is most like a PR article which I saw, or sort of price analysis then added up to it, PR sort of those things. So when I saw this, it really disappointed me, because it's very less time people talk about to projects fundamental, and usually people start talking about their price, because in crypto space fundamental is most of the time fundamentals is not related with the token's price. Anything can just go balloon if people are spewing it, people are saying it in social media, because there's a lot of technology involved and people don't understand a lot of things. That's why people don't understand if this project is valuable or not. So I understand technology. I've been developer myself. So today I'm going to explain you what Quant Network does and why I think it doesn't have good fundamentals. So one, I'm going to first explain what Quant Network does. So Quant Network created a layer which they called over ledger. They have SDK for this also, but this layer is basically where they allow people to search or do things on multiple blockchain using one API. So let me explain it. For example, how currently, for example, if you want to interact with Ethereum blockchain, so what is Ethereum blockchain? So Ethereum nodes, there are Ethereum nodes, get node, for example, there are different nodes. So the Ethereum nodes running and creating a network. Now, anybody who wants to interact with Ethereum blockchain has to interact with with the node basically. Now, there are different ways to interact with this node. You can run your own node and interact with it. You can write and read data from blockchain, or if you can use any other service like Infura, QuickNode, Blockdaemon, there are tons of that, and you can use them for accessing the node, reading, writing data from node. Now, what Overledger is doing is like they created uh, an API where you can read data from multiple blockchains. So basically, it's like, and, let me give you an example. For example, you can write your status on Facebook, you can write status on Twitter. Now, Quant Network gave you a box where you can write status. You can write status and it will go on Facebook and Twitter both. Now, the problem is this is just a box. It won't replace Facebook or Twitter or anything. Similarly, it also doesn't have a lot of technological infrastructure which it requires to build. For example, company like Infura, QuickNode, or Blockdaemon, they build a huge infrastructure where they serve billions of API calls every day. I'll show you that nobody's using Quant Network and they don't have. And even though they allow you to do certain things on multiple blockchains, they are very limited things. They are not very comprehensive like all the APIs which on blockchain nodes provide. So this is how it works and how what Overledger does. Now let me go one by one. So let's start with their. I'll show you before that. I'll show you something that I wrote. This Quant Network is a scam in 2020, April 2020. You can see, and then I showed that it doesn't have any GitHub activity and sort of those things. And then they threatened me to sue myself to gave me a legal warning, and then they blocked me on everywhere basically. So Yes, so Quant Network has, and remember the Quant Network has ICO in 2018, so it's been 4 years, and 4 years is a lot. So this is Quant Network's GitHub. I'll show you these many. You see repositories are there, and you see the main repository is there is DK. Now what happens that if you create any API or any developer related tooling, the most important part to use that API is SDK because it simplifies things. And developers, if you ask any developer if there is API and SDK available, many developers will go for SDK because it makes things easy. So this is the SDK, and you see it's there is no activity. I've seen for last 1 month, September 17 to October 17. You can see that there's no issues, no pull request, nothing. So if people use any piece of software, they're almost all the time there are bugs. They continuously raise issues, or they want to add more future features, so they add pull request and sort of those things. And the most used softwares are forked a lot. You see there's only 17 fork. the, if for example, if you compare it with web3, web3js, which is like one of the most used SDK or library in crypto space to interact with node APIs, you see there are 4.3 thousand folks, and you can see how many in the last 1 month. There are 16 pull requests, open requests. There are 44 closed issues. There are 45 new issues. So there are people opening issues more faster than closing. People are able to close them. So yes, so this shows that how many people are using it. And then when you now I also then after GitHub I also interact started comparing it with the Infura and QuickNode like services versus similar service. They also allow you to interact with blockchain nodes, but they built a layer on top of it. So with GitHub activity, we understood that nobody's sort of using it, nobody, and this is one of their most used, like one of the most active library. Now let's go for SimilarWeb. SimilarWeb shows you website details. So you see the Quant Network, right? This is Quant Network. Now you see that what type of people are searching it. When it comes to such people who are interested in, which audience is interested in Quant Networks, mostly coming from social media networks, investing, search, streaming, dictionary. It's just basically on social media. It's like people searching, people are talking about it. That's it. Now, when you search for something like in, and even one more thing, that the top topics are mostly on social networks. Mostly it's coming from social network, and you can see what type of websites it's coming from. Mostly YouTubers are talking about it a lot. So now you see something like in Fura, you see the biggest chunk is programming and developer software. Even though you check for QuickNode, it's the same programming and developer software. Most of the traffic coming from Google itself. Same here. Most of the traffic coming from Google and programming development for Infura, and you see for Quant Network is social media, and most of the traffic is from social media. It's just like pure hype. This is just show you like this is just coming from pure hype. Now let's talk about companies which QuickNote has showed, companies which Quant Network has shown tied up with, because I went to their website to see their partnerships, and you see these are the Oracle is one of the website which they partner. This is the article which written by Quant CEO and somebody from Oracle, and I have read this article, and you see this video. I've watched this video also. So is in this video also, uh, you I have watched the whole video, and I've seen what quick Quant Network is doing it, or what type of demo Quant Network overledger is doing it, and it's talking about a specific chain code, blockchain Oracle, which is Oracle's blockchain, which is also has its own API. So they are sort of trying to partner with them to have blockchain, Oracle's blockchain's API on Overledger, but I didn't find anything there. And also, Oracle, if you see the whole video, then Oracle says that it has its own API also. So Overledger is just an alternative. So even though in this direction they are nothing, even though we didn't find any customer, if anybody is using, any company is using Quant Network, any good company is using Quant Networks Overledger as API, please tell me in comments because I don't know anyone. This is the developer portal, and you see I try to join and try to use their production APIs, and they are asking KYC to use APIs. Now, this is something which is new because I also had a company which provides, had a growth for a company which also provide blockchain data as APIs, and we don't ask KYCs because it's not required. Now they are asking KYC for using their mainnet, which is mostly a layer for uh, accessing or using multiple chains through a API system. Yes, so this is something, and you need to pay in QNT to use it. Now, one more thing I don't understand, that if you can, why you want QNT to pay for it? You can simply have USD to get paid, right? Like Infura, a quick note. Infura is now trying to build a decentralized layer, but Infura already proved that it builds a profitable business, or it's built a business which is used by thousands and thousands of developers in the Ethereum ecosystem. But Overledger is used by no one, I'm sure. So Overledger is 4 years, they raised a lot of money, around 10 million or something. I don't remember, but they raised a lot of money. They they are very hyped project. People are throwing words like interoperability, blockchain interoperability, and it's pure hype which is pushing the price. And in crypto, you cannot deny the hype, because hype can push anything, but as a fundamental, it doesn't have sound fundamentals. As a project, it doesn't have delivery, it is used by no one. It, and if you also see their APIs, let me see, yes, if you see their APIs, these are their APIs. You see the APIs they have, you see create a transaction, transaction search, fungible token supported, non-fungible, basically simple APIs for NFTs and ERC20, retrieve a list of ERC20, retrieve a list of ERC721 or ERC20s, monitor resource, basically monitor transaction, incoming transaction, outgoing transaction on an address. These are very basic things which you can do with the Node APIs, and they build a layer on top of it, and they call it blockchain interoperability. It's very difficult because a lot of chains are EVM. They support chains like Ripple. No developer use Ripple. I mean, like, it doesn't have smart contracts or anything. It doesn't have developer adoption. Now they support Ripple. I don't know why. They also support Ethereum, I guess, and some other testnet. So yes, I think Quant Network is very hyped, less delivered project. I don't know what's going to be next 3 to 5 years, but at least I'm watching it from last 3 to 4 years. I see the same thing. Website changes. I see this APIs now. Before I didn't saw this APIs, and I think it's. I have a very basic question as a developer: to why do I use more something like this rather than over Web3 JS or something like that, which is very easy and have much more features rich. It has much more API accessibility. Yes. So if you like this video, if you have bought Quant Network, so hopefully you understand what they are doing, and best of luck. Fundamentally, I don't think it's a sound project. In crypto, marketing is everything. Price doesn't relate to fundamentals. And if you think this video helped you to learn anything about Quant Network, please like it. It's very important. We are a very small channel. So, and subscribe the channel and share the video with your friends. Thank you for watching.